what we're doing is we talked about how frequency wasn't enough, right? And we want to look at the summation of individual emissions for chemical. And so we're going to be putting that data in here. And I just duplicated the chemical frequency data so that we can just double check that there we did indeed only add up all 11, say diethylenolamine. Basically, we get these emission values not from here, but from this edited figure of SI4 data. And if we go in here, what we see is it has a product category, chemical, and chemical emission value. So we don't have to eyeball it anymore. So what we would do, first of all, is per se, we're looking at drainers and cleaners and general purpose cleaners. You can, I suggest using Control F. Does that not work? General purpose cleaners. All right, you might need to type these in. But we're looking at aerosols, right? So it's for these four chemicals. What you would then is you would edit these values to the right ones. As you can see, there are only four. And you can copy paste, right? So you can just copy, what was that? Diethanolamine. So you would just rewrite right over it like this. And you do that for tetra. Or this one. Don't do what I did. Read it. Yeah, so this is tetra and not tri. So this is tri. So that goes there. And you would do this for everything in your group so that these are accurate values and not eyeballed values. And you would do that for everything you have that's under your jurisdiction, basically. And then what you would do is, this is how I suggest everyone do it. Where's my untitled? And I suggest everyone create another spreadsheet or something for us to look at. So say we're looking at Richard's building cleaning worker group. That's these two, right? Just these two. So what you would do is including you just copy this over to the untitled, and you would Control F. Say we want to look. Okay, there's only one for N-methyl 2 pyro. This chemical I can't pronounce. So you Control F, and you see how it says 1 of 10. Wait, was it supposed to be 10? Oh, that's because it's Ryan's. That is my bad. Richard's. Yeah, N-methyl 2 pyro. This chemical. It says 10, right? That's your frequency value. What I would do then is everyone kind of knows how to um do select separate cells like this, right? You do that and you see down here, you can get the sum. Or you can just, what you can do is if you don't want to copy paste it all the way, you can just copy this over here, that, and then have equals sum, and then you could honestly use
The
different functions, but I don't want to go into all that. And make sure to not include the text. And then you can count like there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 11. Why is there 11? But you just get the sums of these, right? And I don't be rushing through, so make the mistake. And just do that and basically do the same for first, find styrene. And you see there's 1 of 5. Well, if you copy this over, there's obviously one included in the table, so you just do 5 minus 1, right? So we're accounted for all four styrene, and what you can do is equal sum of like this, and then get the sum. And once you do everything and you go back to copy this or paste this back here, you notice how it disappeared. It's 0 here and that. You want you want to make sure you only paste the values. And then you would rinse and repeat, do it for a different group. Does that make sense? And yeah, what we want by Monday is our summation of emission tab to be updated with the new accurate emission values and get our total emissions. Any questions? But yeah, that's what we just want to have done by Monday. And then what our plan is based off of this data that we would have by then, we will be able to identify which groups have like the most emissions or whatever, and we can use whatever that is the outcome of to get further demographic information for those occupations. Um, please don't rush through it because if we make a mistake, we won't know, and that just kind of screws up the data a bit. But just beware, don't work too fast. It happens. So if there are no further questions, that's it for me for now. And if you come across questions, do ask me like ASAP.
Great, thank you.